So welcome to the first ever Tiffany's Tarology YouTube. This is my official video. I've posted a couple, but this is the official, the start of the Tiffany's Tarology. So welcome. So glad to have you guys here. I wanted to set the intention that this channel be accessible to those of us who need a word to help us get through our days, to really build community from a spiritual basis, but also to be in tune with the tarot. So you're going to see tarot videos, spirituality videos, things that will help us get through our day to day. Each week we're going to start it off with a couple of oracle cards that are going to give us a little more as to how this entire reading is going to go. So I wanted to channel in and focus in on what it was that Spirit wanted to guide us through today. And I heard very clearly from the three cards I got that our purpose and our inner sanctum is being revealed through this new moon in Sagittarius. Our first oracle is purposeful. Many of us are finding our purpose, what it is that we are meant to do on this earth, what it is that we're feeling called to step into as we ascend during this process of us finding our deeper inner knowing and really focusing on what it is that Spirit wants us to do in this present time. A lot of us are actually falling in love with who we are at our core, finding soul family, and really coming to a place of what? Peace. A lot of us are going through 360 moments in our lives right now where we're finally understanding the depth of all that we have been through. Finding our inner peace, getting to know who we are at our core level, and really unveiling parts of ourselves that were hidden, that we didn't want to show the world, that maybe we're not so accepted by others. And now we're working on living in, breathing in, being in our peace. And through the journeys and through the ups and the downs, we find our beauty within, our soul gifts, our soul purpose, what makes us unique. And as we've been guided by the moon and the different cycles that we've gone through on this earthly plane, I see that this new moon in Sagittarius will begin to propel us forward in a way that is so different, so exciting, so exhilarating. And it's really just us tapping into the beauty that is within us. And sometimes we need to be reminded of how beautiful we really are. But we're going to dive into the tarot. So I'm going to turn the camera off of me onto the cards, and we're going to dive deeper into this reading today. So let's dive in. So I've already pre-shuffled your cards. Let's see what we got here. We have the Hanged Man. There is a perspective change that you are getting ready to head into. The Ten of Cups, focusing in on what makes you happy, where your family is going, how you want to increase your abundance and your contentment, your prosperity. Three of Pentacles. So some of you may be getting into new environments where you're going to be working with new groups of people. I can definitely see as you blossom, that's gonna make a whole lot of sense. The High Priestess. So focusing on listening to your intuition, where you're feeling called to go at this time. So many of us are walking into our calling. The Lovers. This could mean love is coming in. This could also mean that there's new contracts that we're getting ready to sign. Loving ourselves, yin and yang energy. Page of Wands. Some of you may be going on a new adventure like myself, where you're getting ready to put yourself in the public eye, do a creative project that you've been putting off, and just it's time for you to go ahead and get going. We have the Magician. I see so many creatives are watching this today. Two of Swords, a decision that's coming up for how you're going to move forward. And last but not least, the Two of Wands. So you're going to make a decision that's going to allow you to begin to plan out this future ahead. So what I'm seeing right off the bat is, since we were talking again about finding our purpose, finding our inner peace and the beauty that is within us, sometimes it takes a perspective change, you focusing on the bigger picture to understand why it is that you've had to go through possibly setbacks, ups and downs, things that have not been making a whole lot of sense in your life. You're starting to finally go, I get why I had to go through this now. there is some kind of situation that you're going through right now, whether this is in a relationship, a job opportunity, potentially even the way that you're viewing how your life has been moving forward at the rate that it has, where you're coming to some conclusions where you're like, huh, Spirit, I see you. I see what's going on. We'll clarify these cards as well. But let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, what can we know about this Hanged Man? Wheel of Fortune, a perspective change that had to happen. What about this Ten of Cups? What about this Ten of Cups, Spirit? All right, we got some cards flying out here. So Death, the Tower in reverse, and the Justice. So, with the Death card, there may have recently been some major overhauls going on in your home and family life where you had to get rid of the old. Some of you possibly even having to move away from family lines, tradition, things that used to work that were no longer working for you. Because a lot of the times when we go through a death and rebirth of who we are, especially with the Ten of Cups energy of like family, siblings, our home environment even, sometimes in order to make way for the new, you have to have an old self that kind of falls away. So are some of you potentially going through some major restructuring of who you are on the inside? With the Tower in reverse, I see that recently you went through a tower moment. You're kind of walking past it in regard to whatever happened within your family. But there was a fated shakeup that had to happen to help you to see your purpose, your beauty, help you find your peace. Sometimes when we're too comfortable in a situation, the Tower moment comes in to clear away the clutter, clear away what needs to be let go of that we maybe haven't let go of. And the Justice card is here to let me know that things are balancing out. So there may have been imbalances, conflict, maybe for some of you, some legal issues that sprouted up within the family, or just maybe the need to kind of be standing on your own 2 feet. There was an imbalance that has come to order with this Tower moment that recently passed, I would say maybe in the last week or two. But that Tower moment had to play out the way that it did in order for this justice to be found. Because I feel like oftentimes we as humans, we will not make that move, even though everything in us is telling us that it's time to move forward, until we absolutely have to. And so there was something that Spirit wanted you to uncover and understand that you've been going through within your family that had to happen, that helped you change the perspective. And that Wheel of Fortune, with you having that Hanged Man, again, I want to jump back on that. You probably had to realize that something was out of balance. And in that clarity and that justice and that rebalancing of the scales and the rebalancing of relationships, because you guys know, or for many of you who are following astrology, know that the South Node is in Libra, which rules the scales, which rules relationships. There has been a lot of imbalances in our personal relationships, but this Wheel of Fortune means it is still propelling you in the right direction. You just have to understand that there were some things that you couldn't see that you can see better now. Spirit, tell us a little bit about this Three of Pentacles energy. Now that we're kind of walking away from this unbalance. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going from the Three of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. You probably have been putting in work with a group of people where you were feeling like the structure of how the finances, the give and take was not necessarily aligning. I feel like oftentimes in relationships, we can get caught up with everything being 50-50 or being fair. And sometimes one person might be giving more to another group. And I feel like that could have been a situation that we ran into with the Three of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles coming out. Were you giving to something or someone and not receiving back that same that you were putting out? What clarity did you reach? Was that where the imbalance was coming from, possibly? Let's check out this High Priestess. High Priestess to the Eight of Pentacles and the Fool. You found out some things, High Priestess, whether male or female. You found out some things through this Tower moment that just happened recently. And through that, you said, I am no longer going to just be giving of my time with this like Six of Pentacles energy of trying to find that balance. I'm going to be putting in the work myself to perfect myself. So is there something that you were going through possibly where you had to refine who you are? Again, jumping back, seeing your beauty that you weren't seeing. And so you found out, okay, I need to focus on me, focus on what it is that I need. And then you began to go on this new journey of self-love, self-appreciation. What is it that's lighting you up? I see that so clearly. The High Priestess, she goes into the depths of the darkness to uncover the truth. And for some of you, that truth may have lied. What was hidden may have lied in a very special connection, a karmic connection. A karmic connection that you have with a significant other, a family member, a sibling, someone that you truly care about. The new moon in Sagittarius is going to help you find more balance in this imbalanced relationship. Tell me more about this Lovers spirit. Tell me a little bit more about the Lovers. What else can we know about the Lovers? Ace of Cups in reverse. There was a loss of hope, of happiness, of peace of mind. Okay, we're jumping back. It's all coming together. Sometimes these stories unfold. So, again, at the beginning of the reading, we were focusing on our peace, our inner peace, what makes us happy, right? So in this relationship, this lover's energy, this contractual relationship, for some of you, it may have even been a job. I see that there was a loss of hope, of love, a discontentment, the happiness. This is literally like the cup that you want in the upright, okay? The Ace of Cups is that overflow of peace, tranquility, love. When it's reversed, you can't find your peace. You're not going to be at peace. You're not going to be able to really be yourself and grow in the way that you were supposed to go because this relationship that you were dealing with was out of balance. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit, about that. What else can we know about the Lovers and the Ace of Cups in reverse? Why the Ace of Cups in reverse? The World. Ha! A chapter had to close. There was an imbalanced chapter. There was not proper give and take. Sorry, I gotta cover this up. There was not proper give and take in this relationship. So a chapter had to close. For some of you, you got out of this relationship. For others of you, the way the relationship was functioning had to change. That's where this focus on the self with the Fool card is coming out, and that Eight of Pentacles where we are perfecting ourselves and our craft, okay? I'm going to kind of hide this card because, you know, YouTube is a little funny. With the nudity. Wow, so there was an ending of a chapter in the way that this relationship was going. Wow. All right, tell me about this Page of Wands. We're starting kind of a new journey. Something inspiring, something that's piquing your interest. For some of you, it could even be like, you know what? I'm following my dreams. I don't care if you don't believe in me. I don't care if you don't agree. I'm going on to a new job, a new relationship. I'm choosing myself. Queen of Swords. Yes. So you decided, whether male or female, again, that you're not going to put up with the crap anymore. You were like, this relationship is out of balance. Again, whether a job, family, romantic partner. Justice came after a major Tower moment came because you also said enough is enough. The Queen of Swords, she doesn't play around. She says, I know what I want. I know what it is that I deserve. I'm so sorry, guys. My camera moved. She says, I know what I deserve, but with love. It's not all hard and strict and stringent like the King of Swords can be. but she stands up for herself, and she is basically the Justice card. Tell me a little bit more about this Queen of Swords. Why the Queen of Swords? Ooh, she is tired. So upright, we have the Ten of Swords, right? Ten of Swords in reverse. You're moving on from feeling this defeat, from feeling like you didn't matter, from feeling unheard, from feeling overworked, too tired. You said, I know what I'm worth. I know that good things are coming for me. I'm done feeling like this. I'm done feeling like trash. I'm going to speak my truth and bring things to a balance. I love that for you. But the Magician, you said, all of the things that I need are within me. Sometimes we go through things and it's like the tale as old as time. And I see two pigeons sitting outside of my window directly when I look up. Two lovebirds. Wow. Two lovebirds. Oh my God. They're sitting together. Where people forget their power when they're in a relationship or in a dynamic that does not serve them the way that it should. They forget that they can manifest what it is that they want. They forget that there is more to their story, and they forget their power. So Spirit, tell me a little bit more about this Magician. Two of Cups and the Queen of Wands. This relationship, both people have to be equal. There has to be inequality in this relationship. And you want what is best for the both of you. It's not just one person or for that one situation. There is this need to basically say, I am that I am. I'm strong, I'm beautiful. But this relationship that I have, it has to also reflect that within me. And when the Queen of Wands comes in, there's shadow work that was done. There is this rise to the occasion. This, I know what I know. This power that came in. The Magician holds a wand. The Queen of Wands holds a wand. There's a lot of feminine energy that is here. That's letting me know you took this queen energy and put it back into yourself again. Although in this relationship, maybe there was some dimming of your light. That's really what I'm feeling. You still mean well for the relationship. There's nothing wrong with the relationship. And other than that, it was imbalanced. There was not equal give and take. Tell me a little bit more about this Two of Cups. Tell me about this energy. Knight of Cups. So after this happened, I feel like there was the offer of love. How can we fix this? How can we work on this? What can we do to make things better? And I think that's justified. Because if this relationship had made somebody forget who they were, I see the person who maybe was not reflecting the light positively coming back and being like, I'm so sorry for what I did. How can we fix this? How can we work on this? Because both of you guys do want to work on it. Both of you guys do want to move forward. This situation can be healed. But you have to remember who you are. Ooh, remember who you are. And this Two of Swords in any reading is going to be about making a decision. Sometimes a decision where you feel blindfolded, where you feel like you don't know how to move forward. So let's see what Spirit says about this decision that you had to make or that you will have to make. Let's see what Spirit will let us know about this Two of Swords. Spirit, what can we know about this Two of Swords? This decision, this indecision possibly. The Hermit, the Star, and the Eight of Wands. Okay. So you didn't know exactly what you wanted to do. And that's probably where that Queen of Swords energy finally came in, right? But the Eight of Wands meant that you finally said, hey, this is how I feel. The communication came through. Maybe you even inquired with other people about what it is that you needed, what you wanted, how you were feeling. And then you spoke to that partner, that situation, that family member about what was going on. There was healing and faith that had to be implemented to get you through this tough decision, because some of you were trying to decide whether or not to walk away. And I see that you went into hermit mode to really decide whether or not this was the right thing for you to do. Some of you cut this person off completely. It may not be forever, but there was I need to focus on me. I need to see what it is that I want, what doesn't dim my light. You found your light again. You began to move forward. And I see that through that process, that tower moment, that indecision, that Ace of Cups in reverse, you were able to heal and find that you are the light. Oh, so you see how the Hermit card, she's holding the lantern, looking for a way through the darkness. You are the way through the darkness. Your light, your faith in yourself, your courage to remember that what? You're beautiful, that you are deserving, that you will not be taken advantage of or taken for granted. And there was purpose that was found within yourself, that star card energy, okay? There was purpose that you found within yourself because of this chaotic situation that went down. And it is helping you to light your way forward with the Two of Wands, because now you are looking at your future and what it is that you want. I see you being more decisive. I see you being more assertive. Oh, let's look into that. Sorry for the mess here, guys. We'll get it together. But Spirit, tell me about this Two of Wands. Sorry, it's a little bit off the screen, but what can we know about this Two of Wands? What can we know? What is the way forward? What are we deciding for our future? How are we moving forward? Judgment. Wow. Spirit said, I am letting you know the truth. The truth is being revealed. Justice, clarity. Will you go through this transformation, this death and rebirth of who you are? Will you find your power again? Will you learn how to heal? That's how you move forward. The Two of Wands with the Judgment card. This beautiful energy of someone who chose to move forward in spite of all costs. Because there was a judgment call, a destined situation that was supposed to bring some things to the light. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit, about this Two of Wands. What else can we know about this Two of Wands, Spirit? What else can we know? What else should we know about this judgment call even? There was an awakening that you went through. You assessed your situation. You accepted it for what it was. And you said, no more. Three of Swords. Some of you are going to say, I'm done. There was a lot, like it says on here, heartbreak, sorrow, grief. You move forward. For some of you, that does not mean that you're breaking up with this person, because again, we have the Two of Cups. Where was that at? Find that Two of Cups. There it was. This situation, person, they broke your heart. But you found your way forward. For some of you, you're done. You're done with this situation. For some of you, you're saying, okay, the death and rebirth process has to go forward. How do I get out of here? How do I move on from this? How can we start anew? So I believe some of you are going to stay. But I don't know if you're staying because you're comfortable with the situation. I feel like some of you are staying because you don't know how else to be, where else to go. The Four of Pentacles can sometimes be seen as a card of holding on to everything so tightly. So some of you had your heart broken by this situation, by this person, by this job. You got used and abused by a friend, a family member. And now you're like, how do I heal? But I'm a little bit afraid to move on, move forward. So I'm holding on to all the pieces. But Spirit says, you need to have your guard up, because there's still more where this came from. I feel like there is still this need to protect your peace, to still find your purpose in this process with this relationship. And if you really want it to work, you are going to have to put in some major boundaries. Some of you, that boundary is a concrete wall and you are done with the person. For some of you, those boundaries are, this is how I should be treated. This is how I should be taken care of. This is what I will require of my job, of my family, of my partner. Wow. Okay. Wow. That was a powerful start. We're going to kind of finish up and see what is the advice that Spirit has for you in this situation. I'm just going to pick up these cards. Wow. So this was a bottom of the deck strength card. One of my favorite cards. This taught you that you are stronger than you even realize. You went through major transformation with this situation. Let me just get these cards. I do like to have a lot of tarot cards out. I know for some people it's a little overwhelming, but it helps to flesh the story out for me. Make sure. Yeah, there was a lot of self-acceptance that you had to go through as well. Just shuffle these up real quick. See what lands on the bottom. The Sun. You're good. As one of my favorite tarot readers always says, you're good. This was to illuminate who you are on the inside. You're amazing. Any words of advice, Spirit, about how to move forward through this situation? Any words of advice? We're going to leave that Sun card right there. Sun card right there. Any words of advice? I shed habits that hinder my truth, and I release and renew. Ooh, that one is popping. So what were some things that you had to realize that you had to get rid of? And that you had to be honest. You had to go into that Queen of Swords energy. You weren't rude. It is safe and beautiful to express my sensuality. Some of you were being played at the level of your emotions, of being free to say what you needed to say to your partner, to your family member. You couldn't really verbalize how you were feeling altogether. We got, I am of earth and in harmony with nature. So I see this person really had to go deep. They had to go within their depths, find their roots, see what is it that needed to be healed and transformed to move past this situation. And the last card we got is, ooh, and it's a full moon behind her. I unleash my wilderness and I choose to be free. Again, some of you chose to walk away altogether. Freedom doesn't necessarily always mean breakup, though. Freedom can mean boundaries. Freedom can mean I will not allow this to be taken from me again. There's so many ways you could look at it. Bottom of the deck, it says, we are all sisters and reflect the divine in one another. High Priestess, male or female. This is alluding more to feminine energy, though, I will not lie. This new moon in Sagittarius helped you to go through this tower moment to find company of others, friends that love and needed you, and that you needed to get through this period of time as well, to find who you are on the inside. We're going to pick 2 more cards from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. We're going to wrap this up. Any last words of advice? Last words of advice for the collective on this heartbreak, on this situation that went really south for them. They found themselves, though. What do you have for them, Spirit? What is it that you would like for them to know? First card says, Dragon's Hoard protecting the future. There was something precious within you that was being hindered, that Spirit allowed to be protected so that you would be okay. He said no more. You woke up. The judgment call came. Now your future is protected because you listened. And last card, Spirit. Any words of advice? Any words of advice? Ooh. This one says mindful groupthink. I think it took a whole lot of thinking, a whole lot of reflecting, integrating, being out in nature, journaling, talking to your friends to really understand what you needed. You found sanctity. I don't know where it is. Oh, bottom of the deck. You found sanctity in that sisterhood, that group. There was people around you who helped you to wake up to the truth, and you found it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you did, please give this video a big like and a thumbs up. Please subscribe and help me grow this channel. This is going to be a beautiful, beautiful beginning. And I'm so glad to be here with all of you. And I hope that you take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.